What's one of the craziest thing you ever seen coming?
The AC filter come in, I say, whole heap of walnuts in there.
Walnut?
Yeah, I've seen much as dogs bite up the wires. Dog bite up fender. Sometimes you see tire pitching. It's like when rat bite up a tire. Most people might
Yeah.
tire look like this.
Yeah.
One of the technicians actually have a driving on the bonnet for finds that the engine mount they gone bad.
What you mean by driving that money? Like
drive round in the bonnet.
Yeah.
For find the nice answer so the engine motor slammed on the chassis. So some crazy stuff going on.
You just wake up in the morning, you jump in your car and you realize you're starting it, it's struggling. Most of the time I figure it's battery.
Alright, first things first, from you mentioned jump in your car,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Okay.
Inspection of tires is the next thing.
Yeah, I still like the one you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Funny.
I egg you apart a little time, you know.
Yeah. Gear shifters, what's going on? You don't know, it's your favorite automotive host, Nicholas Skunk Lifestyle, and we're here for another episode. What we call this one? Car Maintenance 101. We have the professionals here from Berts to speak on it. However, before we get into it, listen, some of us want to own cars, but most of us don't know the proper maintenance and what is up with if something you hear a crazy noise in the front end, or you might see a check engine light come on. So right now, we have the man himself,
Claude Johnson.
yes, here today to speak from the Berts team. And we're just going to get a quick 101 on what car maintenance is all about. So, Claude, before you get into it, introduce yourself to the shifters.
Alright, people. Claude Johnson here from Bird Service Center, actually the supervisor as well. Work my way up from regular clerk. And we're just here to tell you all the information we can as best as possible.
Nice. All right, Claude. So, our program, easy going, well relaxed. Well, buy a car. What are some of the key elements that we should look for when we're trying to maintain a vehicle?
Alright, so maintenance stuff, you need to look for the basics that can take you to and from right across the country, check your oils, check your fluids, even just the simple things as a wiper blades, make sure the wipe clean, simple stuff like that. You buy in a car, make sure all of those things intact.
Right.
Tires, most importantly, you do a test drive, make sure you're in a brake noise.
Yeah.
You go as much as you need to go, you need to stop.
I mean, you've been in the industry for some time now. You're in it for about 5 years, you say.
Yeah.
Started from a clerk up to now a supervisor. Big up for that. What's one of the craziest thing you ever seen coming?
As much as people don't take it lightly, you would say simple maintenance as the AC filter come in, I say, whole heap of walnuts in there.
Walnut?
Yeah, a lot of people still don't even know say a AC filter is existent, so that alone make you get serious allergies.
Yeah.
I've seen much as dogs bite up the wires, dog bite up fender. Yeah, there's a whole heap of crazy stuff I've seen. And one weird thing that we could find one time, we change a shock on a car, and one of the technicians actually have a driving on the bonnet for finds that the engine mount they gone bad.
What you mean by driving that money? Like
drive round in the bonnet.
Yeah.
For find the nice answer so the engine motor slammed on the chassis like. Yeah, so some crazy stuff going on there.
All right, definitely. We speak about maintaining the vehicle. I mean, you spoke on tires. How important is it for us to have good running tires on a vehicle?
It's the ultimate traction on the road. You need to have good tread to cut water for stopping. Pretty simple.
Yeah.
Once the tire in good condition, you have good traction all around.
Yeah, because we talk about it, you don't even really want to be on the road with the tires dry and ball, much less when the road wet.
Right, especially even here. Some people don't really know the year of the tire.
Yeah.
So it's there on the side, sometimes on the inside or so forth, but anything over 5 years old, start to dry out and get rid of it.
How often, I mean, you're driving, you see your check engine light come on. What are most of the common causes for your check engine light to pop up on the dashboard?
All right, simple stuff. It can be octane reading from the fuel. You buy from a different gas station, the octane can be either too high, too low. But how you know when it's prominent is if it's on constantly after you shut it off, after you start it back, it's still there. When it starts to blink is when it's crazy,
Yeah.
And the vehicle starts to behave in a unusual way. So you have to get it checked out by a certified technician. Check us at Berts Service Center.
Yeah.
We have all the equipment there to get it going, get you all the information you need.
So the check engine light, you actually use a tool to scan the car to check it out.
There's a diagnosis tool. Most people use a launch. Have many other brands out there, but we specifically use a launch because it's easy to use. It gives you the information relatively fast, and you have code search. You can, if you're not sure, you can just actually move it over to Google search as to what the code is, and then you can decode it from there as to what you need to go on to. Because not everything is pretty straightforward. Something can be affecting something and it cause that to come on. So I'll be very careful. That's why you need to know how to read and decode what a check engine light scan code is for.
Definitely. And how often you recommend people to service their vehicles?
All right. Everything in the vehicle depends, Depends on how you drive the car, if you live certain places. Most people average at 3 months because most people exceed like about 5,000 or 7,000 within 3 months. Because they either live out of town, come into Kingston to work, or they have to do a lot of rounds, like pick up them children, drop off, go back to work and stuff like that. So average at 3 months. Most people go like 4 or 5 months. Some people say 6 months. But it's just general maintenance to be done within the 3 months, oil change, stuff like that, basic stuff.
Nice. We can get a little technical in the show now. We know we have different types of coolants, right? You have oil-based and water-based. What's the difference and why is it important to use one in particular to one?
All right. So most of the newer vehicles, particularly, you have to use the oil-based coolant because it has anti-corrosion protection in there. It lasts longer. If as simple as if there is something to happen, you can actually smell that sweet burning smell.
Sweet burning. I know that sweet burning smell.
Sweet burning smell from the coolant system. If it is leaking or overheating, it's actually that's coolant. But it's best to use oil-based in the newer cars. If you need to use a water-based, it's like to probably older vehicle. Or if you have a leak and you can't really fix it now, you use that water-based to just keep on top of it because the oil-based is more expensive to buy at a gallon or a quart. Just to top it off because you can't fix the leak yet.
All right, so we're speaking about maintenance. Let's talk about the suspension. How you know when your shock's dead?
Just by how it rides. It can ride flat. You can see tire impression. Sometimes you see tire pitting. It's like when rat bite up a tire. Most people might say, why tire look like this? So you just look out for that. If it clunky, it feels shaky like you have run a corner, like you stop and you feel like you dive too much. If you want to get more technical, it's like the cornering feel like it drop the road so much. So, but those are simple stuff to know if your shock's dead.
Yeah, man, look like you know anything. All right, so me still pick your brain upon some of the stuff. When do I check the fluid on the brakes, or how do I know when the brakes is actually going to finish or going low?
So, general routine, you want to check your car now and then. It can be a new car, it can be a used car. Once a week, once every 2 weeks, you fly the bonnet, you check certain things. If the brake fluid level gone down, is either the brake's done or you have a leak. Also, when compressing the brake, when you're driving and you're compressing the brake, if it feels soft, it's either the brake's done or it have enough fluid in there, or air gather in the line for whatever reason. So
it gets spongy.
Okay. Right. You need to check out for them things. Get in tune with the vehicle. Time brake feel weird, get it checked out because you can't stop the car.
Right.
You understand?
We're speaking of now your visibility on the road. How important is it for people to maintain their wiper blades and top up on their windshield washer fluid?
All right. So good wiper blades, even mediocre wiper blades will work good, but once I use good washer fluid, it will clean off all of that smear. Just don't use water. Don't put no dish soap in there. Don't put no vinegar in there unless you really need to clean the line. But if you not use no water in there, you don't need the vinegar thing. Just use good washer fluid. Get the wiper blades. If you see them start to streak, or make noise, change them. They have many cost-efficient brands out there. We sell from like $4 up for one wiper blade. So you can't complain. Get good wiper blades. Visibility, lights are good too. Lights is a good key point. You don't want something if you're blind oncoming driver. You need something for them on the road. And something for them on the road, I mean, it also can from the insulation standpoint, because you can put in a good bulb, you know, and install it wrong and it does shine
All over.
all over.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much that would keep your visibility strong on the road.
Well, you know what, shifters, we could be talking about maintenance all day. So if you guys are actually interested, you guys can visit Claude and the Berts team. You don't know them, can pull up and check for you and stuff like that.
Center, yeah.
So we're going to actually throw into a break right now. So you don't know, big up yourself. If you guys are interested, link up the Berts team. Claude is there to help you.
Definitely.
So shifters, let's go on to our next one.
Oi, you know fix up that struggle car yet? At least mine's still working. I'm tired for telling to get a car parts from Berts.
No one does genuine and non-genuine Japanese automotive parts and accessories better than Berts Auto Parts, all at the best prices. Plus our world-class warehouse and widest availability of parts make us unbeatable in car maintenance and customer satisfaction.
Should have checked Berts and done. John must.
It hurts if you don't check Berts.
Almost 30 years, the ATL Automotive Group has been at the heart of driving Jamaica. What began as a single brand has grown into a full suite of mobility solutions for Jamaicans from every walk of life. From the reliability of Japanese and Korean marques to the precision of German engineering, and now the cutting-edge innovation of Chinese new energy vehicles. We are proud to keep Jamaica moving and remain committed to serving with excellence.
All right, shifters. So we're just pulling up here at the Berts Service Center on South Camp Road. We'll be linking up with the rep, Claude, as he shows us some car maintenance 101. Let's go. Claude, you don't know the vibes of their studio, know the point here ground.
That is it.
Normally when a customer comes in, what do you look for? So,
Can show the guys some basic stuff. So, first thing you want to do is check the oil. Make sure there's enough oil in the engine cars. Many people don't check it. They just jump in and drive. So, easiest way to check it. Best time to check it as well is first before in the morning, before you start it when it's cold. Wipe it off, put it in back, check the oil level. See all this one little oil too. So, yeah, it's not at the full mark.
yeah.
So it needs probably a half quart or a quart.
Right.
Yeah, so coolant there for check. Overflow buckle is here.
Yeah.
If it's cold,
Yeah.
when the car come in,
That's what
that's
I'm
the only time you pull this.
Yeah.
Don't pull it when it's hot because first degree, third degree burn.
Yeah.
So this car is cold, so it's safe to pull it. Yeah. Yeah, so the coolant level up there, the cap good. Yeah. The thing to look for, if this fall off,
Yeah.
cap not good. Now go hold no pressure, it will start bubble
Yeah.
up, you know?
And what are the contributing factors mainly for a car overheating?
Not enough coolant, fan not working, or general, if worst case scenario, head gasket.
That is it.
Yeah. So most things are visual.
Yeah.
The belt, you need an inspection light to do that. Washer fluid that anybody can tap it off. Just make sure you see the right icon.
Yeah.
You don't want to put washer fluid in your coolant system. You have to go drain everything.
Yeah.
You know. Belt, as I said, transmission fluid for the older cars or some cars that carry a lipstick, you can pull up that and check it too.
Oh, they
Yeah.
can check that. Oh.
Yeah, for some cars. For this car, it have it. It have it. Right, so it have a cold max and a hot max
Okay.
for this car. But most of the newer cars, there's no checking requirement for it. If you just see that, change it or check the level from under the car.
So these are some of the prerequisites that you guys go through,
Right.
or the prelims to pretty much check on your customers' cars.
Right. Check the battery terminal, make sure them tight. If them have enough lubrication on them and thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Because most often, if these slack, you're not gonna get proper charging, right?
Right. And it might not start. You have to come out and twist it and then it can start.
Yeah.
And also it just not charge the battery, so it will go dead. I think you have a dead battery, and as soon as they put on, go they good.
You know what I want to ask you? Most often, sometimes I might see corrosion. What causes corrosion on the terminals?
All right, so it can be many factors. If it's a maintenance battery where you can lift these to put in fluid, it can be a case where it's steaming a bit and it will build up. Slack terminal can cause it, or if the pole itself have an irritation, like a little cut,
Yeah.
because it's a fluid battery, it can come up through the pole.
Yeah.
But you just clean it up, put lubrication on it, grease or something, and it may stay away. But if it continues, it's
Right.
best to either change the battery or find out what is the contributing factor to it, because the car can also overcharge. If it's overcharging, it starts to steam out the battery and cause corrosion.
Last time I spoke on brakes, so I figure your brake fluid levels as well.
Yeah, brake fluid level, has a max mark
Yeah.
and a minimum, you know. Most time it's visible. We don't top up brake fluid. If it's
Okay.
low, it's best to get the brakes inspected by a professional.
Ah,
You don't want,
teach me something new.
right, they don't want to make the wrong call and say, because some person can top up the fluid,
Yeah.
right? It's at max, but this part done. But you can't know,
Yeah.
because somebody put fluid in there.
I understand.
Yeah, because there's even a sensor on it that show you a light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's typically most the general stuff we check on the ground before.
I couldn't
Open.
forget about the power steering too, you know.
Well, not, our cars have that now.
Okay.
Everything electronic.
Okay.
Yeah. So the most thing with electronic rack and pinion now is them just make noise.
Okay.
You don't have to deal with power steering a leak like one time.
Yeah, actually have a pint there, so.
Yeah.
So okay, you know?
One pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wiper blade is a thing too.
Yeah.
Most people neglect it. But you only know about it when the rain starts fall.
Right.
So easy inspection, lift it and see if the rubber tear off.
Okay.
If it rip off,
Yeah.
get it changed. Or if you test it and it's a streak, so we can even test that one here and see if it's a streak or not.
Tell you, means a man can't drive with my windshield wiper them now. Not function properly now.
Yeah,
I don't
and-
want streak.
Yeah, I can't take the noise, can't take the streak, it's have to wipe clean.
Yeah.
So I can see how that one is.
Test it.
Don't have to start it for test it. Clean sweep.
Yeah. Like you have some fresh wiper blade.
Yeah. Yeah man, big up Berts man.
Man, this
Have the rubber them.
style.
Yeah, so inspection of tires is the next thing.
Yeah, I still like the one you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Funny.
I egg you for a little time, you know.
Yeah.
But this is not something recommended at all.
Yeah.
If you have a bump on the tire, get it changed, because you never know when it can blow out. You know, you don't want to have that issue, especially on the front, you lose control. Especially it just might happen at the wrong speed.
Yeah, one Jamaican patrol way.
Yeah,
Chop this.
that
Call
is
it a day.
easy. So get it sorted out. And tread pattern, tread level. Now, this thing here is called tire wear indicator.
Yeah.
There's a way to measure it. If the tire gets down to it, tire needs replacing. Also, there's a quarter, or not quarter, you can use a dollar coin.
Yeah.
If the tread pass the head, if it sits below the head of the person on it,
Yeah.
it needs to change. Tire is not cutting off water, it don't have enough traction.
Yeah.
So that's
Not very important.
very important to know these things. It's a preliminary things not everybody wants to check, but you can check it yourself just to make yourself aware that things are in shape or not in shape on the car.
Yeah.
You understand?
We pretty much got to most of the you know the checks that you'd make on the customers' cars.
Yeah.
Brakes, we talk about power steering, we talk about windshield wiper.
Yeah.
I mean
Coolant levels,
coolant level.
oil level, transmission level. Lights are very important as well.
Yeah.
You know, these may be cloudy,
Them hazy,
but
man.
yeah, just
Yeah.
a simple cleanup. We sell a product here, you can rub it off, it make it shine for a couple of weeks. It's not going to be a perfect job, but it gets
Yeah.
it clearer. So you want to also make sure before night come or before anywhere lock, you want to turn on your light them and make sure so you light them good.
Yeah.
You know, high beams, low beams.
And
everything.
next thing I guess we can speak on to as well is to ensure that your park lights and your brake lights working.
Right.
Because you can get ticketed for
Right,
things.
proper ticket for them in Jamaica now. Nice $6,000, you don't want that, because the bulb might cost like $30. Yeah, you don't want that. So better you just know than not to know. Cause
So you guys have a checklist though?
yeah, we have a 20-point inspection for the most part where we just run through to make it easier for the job flow. Yeah, we just check the preliminaries right through, then we deep dive and find what we need to do, really and truly. Yeah.
You know, just a pass through, wanted to show the shifters, you know, some of the main points that they need to check on. I mean, most of the times if they pull up here, them can get that from you guys.
Right. Just pull up our Berts service center, man. We have everything locked. Get it done properly. Done
Yo,
now.
enough respect to the time and effort. That
Big
is
up,
it.
big up.
Oi, you know fix up that struggle car yet?
At least mine still working. I'm tired of telling to get your car parts from Berts.
No one does genuine and non-genuine Japanese automotive parts and accessories better than Berts Auto Parts, all at the best prices. Plus, our world-class warehouse and widest availability of parts make us unbeatable in car maintenance and customer satisfaction.
Should have checked Berts and done.
It hurts if you don't check Berts.
Almost 30 years, the ATL Automotive Group has been at the heart of driving Jamaica. What began as a single brand has grown into a full suite of mobility solutions for Jamaicans from every walk of life. From the reliability of Japanese and Korean marques to the precision of German engineering, and now the cutting-edge innovation of Chinese new energy vehicles. We are proud to keep Jamaica moving and remain committed to serving with excellence.
All right, shifters. So welcome back. We're going to continue with Claude on some of the maintenance tips. All right. You just wake up in the morning, you jump in your car, and you realize you're starting it, it's struggling. Most of the time, I figure it's battery. When would be the ideal time to actually come into you guys to like kind of take a check?
All right, first things first, from you mentioned jump in a car,
Yeah.
don't do that.
Okay.
First thing you need to do is jump and check around your vehicle. Make sure if you see anything strange, check for flat tires or anything like that. Then you can jump in and
True.
start it.
True.
If you're having a slow start, you can get the battery checked because it can be a slack terminal, it can be corrosion built up on
Nice.
it, or it can be a case where you have the battery longer than you think and need to change. But we do free checks. Can bring it in, we clean it up, check it, make sure the battery is good or not, and we sell batteries down there too, we can replace it.
Me know you that said that, man, because we have everything at Berts.
Everything.
Okay, so you've been in the game for some time now. Older cars versus newer cars. How do you keep yourself updated on the newer models versus the older ones?
Well, Nick, it's simple, Google.
Yeah.
Enough of the thing you learn off of Google, and some things you can get by just it become common sense because a lot of things they don't need much requirement now. They make it simpler, as simple as them don't make a temperature gauge on a car anymore. Them just make a temperature light.
Right.
So, have not much to worry about. It's not so fitting for me still. Come like to see if the needle move, but everything is disposable on the internet. There are books that you can get to fill yourself in on a lot of things, and there are classes at certain automotive industries where you can get yourself up to par. But it's pretty easy. Most people become a Google mechanic, YouTube mechanic these days.
For sure. Quick one. When is it the right time to diagnose these things on your own versus carrying them into you? So I know some things we can check and fix on our own, but what are some mishaps or some errors that you'd said to come to visit you guys?
All right. There are many things that you can neglect, but certain things you don't want to because you don't want it to leave you on the side of the road. If you notice the car is eating too much coolant and you're not seeing any leaks, you need to get it checked.
Yeah.
It can be a head gasket where the engine will just fail on the street. You
Right.
can't move if you get it towed. And it can be even just simple as a fan. I was explaining to one of the production team earlier that, if you see the temperature light come on and you fly the bonnet and you see the fan not running properly, a simple thing that you can do is just to knock the fan and the fan start to run up the speed where you can bring it into a technician for them to change that fan, because not necessarily everybody can change the fan. Certain things they start to hear, certain rough noise, rough ride, it start to misfire.
Yeah.
Misfire is a big thing where you feel like a pot.
Right.
You bring it in because it can be that the coil pack can be the spark plugs. Not everybody can pull out one of those, especially on certain variant of engines like V6 or Nissan, where the manifold you can't just take off a coil pack like that.
Yeah.
Enough things are there where you need to just bring it in for them check it, but simple stuff that you can observe yourself is if it identifiable by just looking at it and say this is a simple thing, I can bring it in later date or what.
So we always want to get the questions in from our shifters to be a part of the program. So we're gonna actually ask you some questions that they submitted through our Instagram page or our socials. So Stonewall _22. What are some signs of major body repairs? Example, roof cuts. I know you don't do that stuff, but you should have some general knowledge on it.
Right, it's simple, the old school method is go around and knock the panel.
Yeah.
If it have an oil filler, yes.
Yeah.
Just by looking at it downside from long side, you see if it bulgy, or you can see the craw marks from having it filler.
Yeah.
You can know a clean paint different from when it have, if you do a roof cut, it's kind of hard because most people do a roof cut it's some of them are good, very good. So that one I can't tell you much on.
Yeah, I like that. But that goes to show you're technical, you know your stuff. Z.G Studios, how important is maintenance?
Very important. It impacts a lot. It impacts how the car move, how it change gear. That's on the transmission, the fuel economy as well. So you need to keep on par with it. Don't make it go too much over the service mileage. Most people tend to exceed it by thousands. Don't do that because you start to wear out the engine. Because the engine will wear out.
Yeah.
Everything wear out.
Plumber guy, what is the right amount of oil for an engine, car versus pickup?
Right amount.
Yeah. How you know how much amount of oil to put in a car if it low?
If it low?
Yeah.
There's a dipstick. So on the dipstick, there's two marks, the low mark and the upper mark. Best to check when the oil is settled. You don't check it when you just shut it off. If you do shut it off, wait a couple minutes so everything can settle and you put in adequate amount of oil. For servicing, there's always the manufacturer book to say this is the amount of oil required, as well as the internet can tell you that simply how many quarts of oil for this engine it's there.
What you say? The good old Google or AI?
Google or AI. It's information that we feed it from long time, so.
Yeah, for sure. All right, one last question from Ollie Girl. Should you wait until the car warms up before driving?
Definitely. Definitely. From a girl's standpoint, answering that question, yes. You have to get things running. Lubrication have to do it. Make sure everything runs smooth.
Yeah.
For some cars, it have a temperature needle. You wait until it reaches that half mark, or for the ones that don't have, you wait till that blue light come off.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's at operating temperature. Then you can drive out.
Claude, trust me, it was a pleasure having you on the program here today. I mean, we learned a lot from you. All right, shifters, that's our show for today. Thanks for tuning in. Claude, respect for coming through again. Where can I find you?
610 Camp Road at the service center.
Nice. And peeps, if you guys are actually interested in being a part of Jamaica's first and highly rated automotive show, you guys can follow the link below, click the information just to be a part of it. And we want to thank Berts again for being the top sponsor for today. And big up to Main Event and Goon Auto for awesome decor. I don't know, gear shifters. We'll see you in the next episode. That is it.